Hi everyone, Bandanner here. I hope you're all doing well and have had a great week so far. Today we're getting a look at the next Army General campaign coming with Northag, along with a little comment on Nemesis 3, which we'll get to at the end. So they start with talking about Northag historical context, but they also say that they talked about it in the last dev blog, so you can go read that, so I don't know why there's a heading for that, to be honest, in the first place. Anyhow, Armoured Fury is based around Hanover and Osnabrück. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm probably pronouncing it slightly wrong. So Armoured Fury is named for the way it features more, and in some cases overwhelmingly a majority of armoured divisions and formations on both sides. This perfectly encapsulates the mechanised combined arms approach that would see the best use of this tank country at this part of the front line. And this means that the Army General campaign contains more armoured battalions to play with than the previous campaigns. There is a little intro sort of video which I'll leave running in the background, but I guess it won't make as much sense without the voiceover, but it's there for you to look at. It's pretty anyway. So the Armoured Fury campaign. This Army General campaign focuses itself on the southern Warsaw Pact defensive axis, with its goal being Hanover, a strategically important city and logistical hub, leading the charge as a Soviet Third Combined Army. Noteworthy to be made up in its entirety of armoured formations, 4 divisions to be exact, but not everything goes according to plan for the Communists. In our scenario, the leading 47th Guards Tank Division gets drawn into a massive ambush and mauled by a well-prepared and tenaciously defending West German 1st Panzer Division. Severely beaten, the Soviet vanguard is almost destroyed and the survivors are forced to pull out and reorganize. The other Communist armoured divisions resume the advance, but much more cautiously. This gives the 1st Panzer Division time to fall back on Hanover, where, thanks to the lull in combat, the British have used the respite to reinforce the city and bring up major armoured reinforcements. That's right, you commie scum, the British are coming. The British see an opportunity. With the Soviet forces diminished and the balance of power momentarily in NATO's favour, they decide to launch a limited tank-heavy counter-offensive to crush the weakened Soviet spearhead. As always, time is of the essence. The Soviets are bringing up their own reinforcements, the Polish Second Army, to restart their flagging offensive. Armoured Fury will be a campaign featuring mostly armoured units on both sides, with the city of Hanover being the juicy prize that both NATO and the Warsaw Pact are fighting over. So what are those opposing forces? Well, Armoured Fury sees the Soviet Third Combined Army, minus the decimated 47th Guards Tank Division, go head-to-head against the 1st British Corps. The Soviets will be fielding 3 tank divisions, the 7th Guards Tank Army equipped with the T-64B and BV, the 10th Guards Tank Division fielding the T-80B and BV, and the 12th Guards Tank Division equipped with 2/3 T-64BV, or B and BV, and 1/3 T-80B and BV. I do love the T-64s, but gotta play as the British in this one, right? Depending on the strategic choices you make, Soviet formations in the field can be reinforced by leading elements of the Polish 20th Panzerner with T-72 M1s, already featured as one of the major divisions for this DLC. The British 1st Corps goes to war with some reshuffling. For instance, the Corps' main reserve, the 3rd Armoured Division, has already been sent south to support the 1st Belgian Corps, and won't be deployable. Instead, in Armoured Fury, you'll be playing with the following: the frontline 1st Armoured Division already in-game, and the 4th Armoured Division, to be added to WARNO as a full division, as part of the DLC. The West German 1st Panzer Division, which is dragooned into the British 1st Corps service after falling back on Hanover. Even though some of its brigades have suffered damage or fatigue, the Bundeswehr's formation is still a force to be reckoned with. And the British 2nd Infantry Division, also already in the game, is deploying to secure NATO's rear and flanks and to reinforce Hanover's defences further. Basically, the British are coming. The Soviets might as well just retreat now and save themselves some embarrassment. So anyhow, a raft of smaller independent units and detachments will also be deployable on both sides. Expect high casualties among the lesser battalions when caught unsupported. On paper, the Soviet forces are grouped more together and slightly more powerful, but NATO for once has superiority in infantry, using them to hold onto its defensive strongpoints when needed. Another advantage is that the British start with the campaign's main objective in their possession, Hanover. I think we can all agree this is going to be a very fun campaign, and it's nice to see a campaign that's going to be very armor heavy, because, I mean, in some of the other campaigns, I've found that, you know, there are tanks, don't get me wrong, but you tend to end up relying a lot on infantry and stuff. Anyhow, that's all they have to say about the campaign, but then they go on to say a little bit about Nemesis 3. So apparently they're already looking ahead to Nemesis 3. However, due to their current development cycle and how the resources and manpower are distributed, they realised that if they want to release Nemesis 3 anytime soon, then they would have to pick the divisions themselves rather than doing a vote. Doing it this way, they say, will save us quite a bit of time, and this is exactly the same reason we decided to pick the divisions for Nemesis 1 Air Assault to get it out the door sooner. So in short, Nemesis 3's content will be decided by us to release it much quicker, and we hope to start detailing what's in store in the not too distant future, and then we'll return with a community vote for Nemesis 4. On a personal note, I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, it's kind of fun doing the whole voting thing and everyone getting involved, but I can understand that they're busy with Northag, so they need to choose it themselves in that sense, but also it's like, what's the rush? So yeah, kind of indifferent, just don't understand the rush to get another one out. Anyhow, that is everything for this devblog. Tune in on Thursday, I assume, for the next devblog. I hope you all enjoy the rest of your week, and I'll see you all soon.